Alright, guys, let's talk about the most recent updates with AutoShark, obviously, with the exploit. Um, Going forward, there's the compensation plan. I know this compensation plan is not going to please everybody. Most people are not going to be pleased. I was obviously affected by this. Everyone was affected by this. I don't want to get into like, oh, how much everyone was affected. Everyone had different amounts of money in. Um, for me, I didn't put in all that much of my own capital, but I obviously put in my time and my effort into promoting this project. And with that, I had seen, um, I might have had life changing money, you know? I might have had created basically a job for myself. And I saw a return on that, and obviously that vaporized within a couple hours. Like I went from like in 6 hours making it financially through AutoShark and the work I put in. I took a nap, I came back, and it was vaporized. So it's not about me, it's not about what I lost. Um it's about what do we do going forward. So, and again, as always, I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm saying what I'm going to do going forward. Basically, they're going to have this new token where they're going to try to compensate the shark holders from before the exploit happened. So, as it stands right now, people who wanted to speculate on the crash and bought at very low prices, it seems that they're not really going to get helped at all. They might change that. This compensation plan might change. I'm seeing a lot of pushback from the community. People who bought at low prices who have an argument because the team, of course, there's going to be some time where they need to figure out what to do. And in that time, people were speculating and buying at low prices. And that is speculation, and you're not always going to win those bets. But at the same time, the team, like I said, there's always going to be a couple hours in between where they need to figure out what to do. And it's hard to say what should happen in those hours to people who are speculating. But if the team was telling people Shark's going to be around, etc., and having people speculate, then they should be compensated for that. This is going to be a mess, you know what I mean? But basically, if you're somebody who invested in Shark and you didn't speculate after the attack, they're going to be issuing this Jaws token and try to compensate people. So the way I see that is you're going to have a few options depending on what your plan is. If you want to get out, then you're going to probably want to sell this Jaws. You want to be around. You want to sell these Jaws really quickly as soon as you get them if you just want out. Now, there's going to be some factors to play into that too. If the you're going to want to be there when these things are issued, because the price, who knows? I don't know what the price is going to do. Nobody does, but the trust and the confidence in the project is gone. So when they issue these Jaws, you decide what you think is going to happen with the price, and you might want to you have a couple options. You either want to get those Jaws and sell them right away and recoup what you lost in terms of Shark. The only issue with that is it seems that their compensation plan, it might be prolonged over the course of some time. You might have to stake these Jaws or something to get the newly minted rewards to be compensated, as they're saying right here. Um, so you're gonna have to decide if this compensation plan goes through. You're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do with your Jaws that are meant to recoup your Shark. You can basically either sell them right away and forget everything. I mean, try to move on, or you're gonna play it by ear, and you're either planning to sell them or see if if you don't think you can get your value back right off just selling them off the rip, because the price, who knows what's going to happen, then you're going to have to go through with their compensation plan and get your rewards over time and try to cash out over time. So yeah, basically we're going to have to keep up to date on how they're going to handle this. They've issued their compensation plan. I would recommend taking a look at that and figuring out what you're going to do. Basically the way I'm seeing it is your options are get your jaws and sell them, or get your jaws and try to do the long-term compensation. So that's pretty much where that lays. How does this affect Panther? Obviously, this is going to be a stain on Panther's reputation, whether they want it to be or not. They've made statements like they've been working with this team, and they've also made statements where they're not completely hand in hand. And I know in my videos, I kind of mentioned that the Panther team seems to be a lot more competent even before this attack happened. And I was already saying, like, I think these two teams maybe had worked together, but I don't think they're the same team, because there's a lot of rumors that it's the same team. Now, I don't have any inside information, so I really don't know. But prior to this attack, just seeing the way that the AutoShark team handled their IPO and seeing the way that Panther Swap has handled everything, I was thinking that they weren't the same team. Regardless of that, this is going to affect Panther. The question is how much and for how long. So I could speak on that. Obviously the more time Panther has to earn trust and have more IPOs, release more products, etc., more and more distance will happen between this event and Panther. Could go the other way too. So these are risks and rewards that you have to decide. It could go the other way. This could be too much for Panther in its early stages for it to survive. I'm not really putting my money on that. I think Panther will survive. But as far as Panther goes, they're gonna have to just keep going. Shark, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to decide. I don't really see too much future with this Jaws after this. You never know. People don't seem happy. This just happened, so the wounds are fresh. I'm sure a lot of people lost a lot of money. And that's messed up, man. We'll see what happens. I personally like I said, I tried to put my time and my effort into this, and my play was more through community building. So, and even I said in my videos, I'm not injecting. I said I like Panther. I'm not injecting a lot of my money into Auto, but like I said, with the referrals and what I was trying to accomplish, I had life-changing money, and it's gone. And I'm sure I'm not the only person. So the point is, we all have to figure out what we're gonna do. Obviously, nobody's super happy that this happened. The team's credibility has been lost, clearly. And I can't tell you the future, but I told you the options basically of when this compensation plan, I think it takes into effect June 1st. You basically have two options. Cash out immediately, and if that's your option, you need to be on the ball. You need to be one of the first people to cash out. Otherwise, if everyone's planning to cash out right away, the price will drop and you won't get your full compensation. So you either need to be one of the first people to cash out, or you need to try to go for the long-term compensation plan. So those are basically our options. At this point, personally, I'm not taking my money out of Panther. I don't see that as the right move for me. You guys got to decide for yourself. I really can't blame anybody for wanting to get out. this is probably going to keep happening to projects, honestly, if I had to guess. People that are copying Pancake, you better be worried. Like people who are just copying Pancake's code, you got to beef up your security. Hopefully this will hopefully this rings a lot of people's bells. A lot of developers, they need to take their projects more serious if they're trying to be a serious project. Hopefully this will create demand for security in the DeFi space. It will over time. What projects survive and what projects respond, we don't know. That's what we're going to have to see. But things like this, it will make new projects and existing projects have to increase their security. So it's unfortunate what happened with AutoShark and Panther. Hopefully Panther doesn't take too much of a hit off of this. And that's pretty much where we're at going forward. They have their compensation plan, and we pretty much have to figure out what we're going to do. As new information comes out, we need to update our strategies and keep pushing. So, like I said, things are gonna happen. Like things like this are gonna happen in life, and as an individual, as the person, you gotta fucking bounce back, and you gotta keep pushing. Everybody lost here. Some people more than others, and it sucks. But all of us have to keep pushing. I'm not saying stick with Panther or stick with Shark. Those are decisions you got to make. But regardless of what your decision is, you got to keep pushing. So that's pretty much where we're at. I'm gonna try to keep it updated. Like if they switch the compensation plans and when this JAWS come out, I'm gonna try to keep you guys updated on new information just so we can all make the best decisions possible. And that's pretty much the compensation plan update. So I appreciate everybody, and hopefully you guys are having the best day possible. Hopefully things get better from here, and thank you guys.